Hello guys, this is Royal69501 and welcome to my channel. Well, the comic that I'm gonna display is X-Men number 34. And we got Psylocke, Gambit, and Beast. Check this out. Awesome, huh? X-Men 34. Good cover though. Which, to be honest with you, the last time that I read that comic, or actually any of the comic from the night, specifically X-Men and Uncanny X-Men, I haven't read it since the 90s. So I guess I have to start reading some X-Men. Yeah, that would be fun. Well, this video is where I'm gonna give you my thoughts of the half of the comic books from 2 weeks worth of comics. So I still have about 3 or 4 3D covers at the comic book shop, which I'm gonna get them. If I don't get it next week, will be the week after that, because I'm going back to every 2 weeks. I'm gonna pick up my comic books. I did an exception this month, although, excuse me, I only went to the comic books 3 times on this month. So if I don't pick it up next week, I will go the week after that. So let's get started. This one is Swamp Thing Arcane issue number 123.1. And I have to say that I love the cover. The cover is just so awesome. Especially, check out the cover, especially when he's ripping his chest open and we see her inside of him. That's just awesome. Just awesome. Well, Swamp Thing. Well, basically this is the story, remember the story of the Road World. If you're not reading Swamp Thing or Animal Man, well, you might not understand what this comic is about. So basically, it's after that big storyline with the war between the red and the green, and the blue and the yellow, the Road World. Well, basically, Arcane, he's on kind of like hell, but not like hell per se as we know it. He's been sent to a place, different plane, parallel to this universe, if that makes any sense, where it's like in jail, but without bars. Like, it's like if he's been, okay, how I can explain it, because it was so original. Okay, he's like in the forest, where everything is alive, everything. Birds, animals, grass, flowers, you name it. Everything is alive, just like a regular forest. So the thing is that he's been in prison there. So he can kill anything that he wants, and actually will die, but nothing will rot. So whatever he kills, it dies, doesn't rot, but it comes back to life. So that way he cannot get any powers, because he gets power by everything that dies will rot. So that's how he gets his power. That's his food. So that's where he is at. I have to say, it was really good. It was really good. So if you're not reading Swamp Thing or Animal Man, read it, because you're gonna like it. If you like dark, supernatural thing, not superhero, kind of like science fiction, kind of like X-Files, kind of, you might like it. So, you know, so he kills anything that he wants that is alive, but doesn't rot, and eventually comes back to life. He killed himself so many times that he eventually comes back to life. He will come back to life, as we can see here. Look, that's his prison. Look at that. That's a nice place. And they call that prison? Well, for me, it's been like a weekend in the Holiday Inn. So after that, so the thing is that uh, he began to tell the story of what's her name? Mm, he wants his niece shows up, and he wants Arcane to talk to her about her mom, and that's basically the whole story. He's telling her the story of her mom, kind of like his way. While he's doing all that, he managed. I mean, by the end of the story, to make a long story short, by the end of the story, you get to see that he managed to escape. But the fun part is how he did it. That's what I like about Swamp Thing. It was a good story. It was really good. And that character Arcane, man, he's out of his mind. He's just plain old crazy. I mean, he is crazy. So if you're not reading Swamp Thing, you're thinking about reading Swamp Thing, well, read the comic books before this one. Otherwise, you're going to be lost. But other than that, me, since I read Animal Man and Swamp Thing, I have to say that was good story. I really like it. And the thing is, that's an open-end story. It's not part of the Forever Evil. And does not continue on any of the books of Swamp Thing or Animal Man. Sort of like a side story of what might happen in the future. That's what it is. And for me, believe me, it's a 5 out of 5 because I really like that story. Really like it. Well, next one is Green Lantern Sinestro number 123.4. I have to say that the cover, well, what do you know? It's working. This is one of the few covers that actually the 3D is working. Oh, it looks pretty neat though. The cover is no big deal. I'm not impressed. Actually, I like more the background than the main characters. I like more the background. It's nice, but I think that they should have done better cover than this one for being Sinestro. Well, basically, this is the story of Sinestro. Tom is being told through the eyes of the what's her name? Of Lisa Grak, A-R-A-K, that she's the keeper of the history of stories in the Book of Parallax. So actually it's telling the story of Sinestro through her eyes. That's what it is. And because the last time that we saw Sinestro was on issue 19, I believe so. That was the last, or issue 20 of Green Lantern, the last issue where Jeff Jones wrote. So Jeff Jones left the Green Lantern books, and I guess he took Sinestro. But Sinestro is back. Basically, it's a story that telling you his backstory about Sinestro, and letting us know that he's back at the New 52 universe. That's what it is. I have to say that it was really good. It was really good. I really like it. And for me, I would give that one, cover-wise, it was okay. I mean, the cover, to be honest with you, the cover is no big deal. To be honest with you, I like more the background. Because the two main characters, I had seen it before, so it's nothing new there. So, I would give, story-wise, I would give it 4.5 out of 5. No, I would give it 5 out of 5 because it was good. I really like it. So, if you are reading Green Lantern and you want to know something about Sinestro, well, you can get that one. Or you can read the previous issues. You can get it in trades anyway. So next one is Batman Detective Comics, issue 23.4, Man-Bat number 1. Now I have to say, now this is a cover. You see, now this is a lot better. Even the background and the main character looks awesome. Better than this one with the Sinestro guy. they could have done a lot better job than that one. Now, look at this one. Look at the details of the action that goes in there. Now, check out this one. Which one would you choose? I would choose this one. Well, this is Man-Bat. Well, what I can tell you about this is if you are reading detective comics, where in the past 3 or 4 issues of the detective comics there's been blah. In detective comics, there's little backstory. Just like in Justice League with Shazam. Well, in this case is with Man-Bat. So this story here is basically a Man-Bat story. It's following the stories, the backstories on the previous detective comics. So here it tells you the story that Man-Bat is trying to be a good guy, but circumstances of the ironic about life doesn't let him. He tried to be a good guy, but he doesn't know how. So no matter how good he does, whatever he does end up looking that is the bad way, or he's a bad guy. So basically that's the whole story. It's about Man-Bat and his wife that also took his potion and turned into a bad woman, a woman-Bat. So if you're not reading detective comics, you're not going to understand that. Although as the story as himself is self-explanatory, but to get more about the story, I think that you should have a little bit of knowledge of the detective comics backstory, because it was really good. I really liked that one. So for me, I will give it 4.5 out of 5. And I love the cover. God, it's just so awesome. All the bats, the face of the Man-Bat, the teeth, awesome, just awesome. I still say they could have done a better job with the Sinestro. Oh well. Oh well, I guess like I said it before, nothing's perfect on this life. Well, the next one is Justice League America 7.4 Black Adam issue number 1. Check out this cover. Now, this is another awesome cover. Look at it. A lot better than the Sinestro guy. Look at it. Look at it. Well, what can I say about Black Adam? Well, if you're not reading Justice League America, well, it's not Justice League America. If you're not reading Justice League, you are not going to understand this one. Oh, but if you already read, let's say, the Trinity Wars, if you read Trinity Wars, you might understand this one. If you're new to this Trinity War and you never read Justice League, but you read Trinity War, you can get this one, because you will understand better the Trinity Wars in the sense of what happened on Kandar, or on, what's the name of the country? Yeah, Kandar, I think it is. If not, correct. So basically here is when on Justice League we see that Shazam kills Black Adam. Actually, Shazam incinerates Black Adam. So Shazam went to this country, Kandar, which is his main place of born, his Black Adam country, because he wants to spread his ashes. And that's how the whole thing about the Trinity War all started. So here it tells you the story about him before all that. Why Black Adam become the way she is. And tells you the story about how that country used to be. Was controlled by some other clan and all that, as we can see here. So because he became that way, because his family got killed by this clan. So he make a promise to himself that nobody else is going to do the same thing again. So we have two brothers that they're trying to bring Black Adam back to life, which eventually they do. So now we have Black Adam back to life. and he also got the message. On the end of the story, he got the message that the world is our, what's the name of it? Yeah, this world is ours. And then the end of the comic says, this world belongs to no one. So, Black Adam will continue on actually, with some surprise. No, it will continue in Justice League issue number 24. So, if you're new to read Justice League, I will advise you to buy this comic book and then buy Justice League 24. Yep, even though that the cover says Justice League America, don't worry about it. Just buy this issue, and then if you're interested in following what's next with Black Adam, then you can start with Justice League 24. Because apparently the story is gonna look good. Sounds good and looks good. So basically the whole story is about how he saved his country, why, how the way he is. Also, we get to learn that his family got killed. We see how he came back to life, and let's see what else, and that he's in a very bad mood. And let's see what else. That's it. So for me, story-wise, it's a 5 out of 5. Cover-wise, it's a 5 out of 5. So overall, it's a 5 out of 5. Excellent book. Next one is Batman 23.4 Bane issue number 1. Now this is another good cover, except that the Bane's head is too small for the rest of the torso. Oh yeah, big time. Damn. Look at it. Awesome cover. Another awesome cover. Well, basically, okay, what can I tell you about this one? If you have read Talon issue from 4, I think it is, where Bane first time shows up in Talon, you're gonna understand that story. Otherwise, you're gonna be lost. I know because I read Talon, so I know what the story is about. The story is about that he's following the story where it was left off in Talon, where we see Bane on the Talon comic books that he's loading up his cargo ship, trucks, guns, army, supplies, all kind of stuff, because he wants to invade Gotham City. So this comic book takes place on the cargo ship on his way to Gotham City. So he was not expecting with the Forever Evil that all the bad guys gonna be free. So he wants to go to Arkham Asylum because he wants to kind of like hire and not hire all the crazy guys in Arkham City, because he wants to take over Gotham City. Even though the Bane's kind of working with the Court of Owls, but deep down I think he's just playing the Court of Owls to get the money, to get the supplies, to take over Gotham City, and tell the Court of Owls, well, go to hell. That's what I think. Because Bane, he's just Bane. He doesn't work with anybody. He doesn't like to have partners. So that story is a follow-up with the Talon comic books. So you're not reading Talon, because so far Talon is actually where you can see Bane actually. Besides the early New 52, like probably where he was fighting with Batman. That's about it. But if you're not, so for you to understand this story, you have to read Talon, where first time Bane appears on Talon. So overall, I really like the book. It's kind of like the beginning of what will become. And the story will continue on this new miniseries called Forever Evil Arkham War, which I'm going to buy that miniseries because I want to know what Bane is going to do there. Which I got an idea that Bane might go to Arkham City and start kicking everybody's ass. So he's going to be punching and kicking and biting and poking eyes to everyone in Arkham. So that's what I think. But still gonna buy that miniseries. Looks good. And the last one is Batman issue 23.3 Penguin issue number 1. Check out this cover. Now this is another good looking cover. Check that out. I really like it. Real nice. Real nice. Has a lot of detail. Well, Penguin. Okay, how I explain that? Well, okay. If you read the Emperor Penguin story arc on, excuse me, on Dark Knight, you're gonna understand that story. So if you're not reading Dark Knight, you are not going to understand. Although it says on Batman, but it's wrong. It's also followed the story on Emperor's Penguin, and before that one, which is Penguin, Pride and Prejudice. Now that was an excellent miniseries where we get to see his childhood. So here he managed to find and beat up a man when he was young, used to make fun of him and bully him when he was in school. And I'm talking about that old miniseries, Penguin, Pride and Prejudice. So it's kind of connected with that miniseries and the one on Detective on Dark Knight. It is Dark Knight or it is Detective? No, it's Detective. Actually, I forgot. Anyway, no, it's on Detective with the Emperor's Penguin. So that's kind of like a follow-up. It's telling you also, you get to learn that the Penguin is trying to recover what he lost on that story arc with the Emperor's Penguin. Remember that story that the young guy took everything away from the Penguin, even put Penguin on jail? Well, he's trying to recover all that. Eventually, he did already, but he wants to recover the reputation that he used to have before, because he doesn't have it anymore because of what the Emperor Penguin did. So now the Penguin to the crime world, it's just a penguin. He's just a woozy. So he wants to recover all that. So he get a politician, I think he's a politician, that used to bully him when he was a kid. And he just, that was it. It's gone. Lights out. That's it. No questions asked. So, let's see what else I can add. And the story will continue. Let me see. Nope, this was an open-end story. One shot. So that's about it. Let's see what I can add about the story. Basically, that's the whole thing. It's just showing you that the Penguin is trying to get his reputation back because he lost everything. He got them all except for his reputation, so he wants to get it back. I will give that story 4.5 out of 5. A lot. Well, guys, this is it. Oh, remember, still have 3 or 4 more pretty covers at the comic book shop, which I'm gonna get it, or either next week or before that one, or after that, so I can give you my thoughts and review about those. So I still have one more video about with the pretty covers. Well, guys, this is it. I hope that you like this video. See you later. Bye.